I think if I hear Fraser Nelson, the editor of The Spectator, express an opinion, I've got to read the whole piece.
My journalistic heroes are Peter Oborne and Stephen Glover.
I read other people like, for instance, Janice Turner in The Times.
Johan Hari of The Independent, I think, is very good. Adrian Hamilton, very good. Simon Jenkins, I've always thought, was a wonderful columnist.
I turn to Simon Jenkins above all. I think Danny Finkelstein's very good. I think Rachel Sylvester is absolutely unmissable when it comes to politics. I think Alice Thompson frequently has a very unusual take on affairs. I think Janice Turner in The Times is fantastic.
Andrew Rawnsley, Melissa Kite's a terrific political commentator. I think Jonathan Freedland's fantastic. I read Fraser Nelson, who succeeded me at The Spectator with great admiration. James Forsyth, Jonathan Freedland, Rachel Sylvester, I could go on and on.
My favourite comment pages are the comment pages in the Financial Times. Really eclectic, really interesting, really make you think.
There are must-reads on my own paper, probably invidious to mention those, but outside, I mean, everybody wants to read Matthew d'Ancona on a Sunday, in the Sunday Telegraph, obviously Andrew Rawnsley for British politics, in the Observer. There are people, Anatole Koletsky on the economy, Danny Finkelstein, I think, has always manages to unearth these fantastic nuggets of sociological research.
I like all my fellow sketch writers. The Guild of Sketch Writers is quite close, but the one I think who brings a certain terrifying cruelty to it, and along with a certain information as well, as Simon Carr of The Independent, because what Carr does, he's worked as a speechwriter for a senior politician, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and so he's been on the other side of the arras. And he's sometimes even beastlier about them than I am, so it's, thank goodness that there's someone worse than me.
Any columnist is a freak, and you're going to end up reading so many other people. I've got so many brilliant friends at the Times, like Matthew Paris and David Aronovich and Phil Collins, and people I wouldn't miss their columns to, and any number of other people I wouldn't want to lose the facts of, Rachel Sylvester. And all those people mean a huge amount to me. I think we've got an amazing stable of writers, but obviously there are some great writers on other papers, Benedict Brogan and Jonathan Freedland, just to name a couple. My former colleague Mary-Anne Seagart, it's great to have back on The Independent. So I gain a lot from reading a huge amount, and you always have to remind yourself when you see someone say something that you think, oh, I think that belongs in my article as well, that people don't read every newspaper except unless they're a journalist.